Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, website for beginners to advanced players. And the video of today is the two-handed backhand wrist practice. It's almost the same as in the forehand, but the backhand with two hands. Now, if you're a complete beginner, I recommend to take the left hand in the Eastern forehand grip as a left-hander, and the right hand in the hammer grip. So hammer grip and Eastern forehand grip for a starter with the two-handed backhand. Now, the exercise is again the forehand, but we will do it only with the left hand. So we start to feel that you need to have a loose wrist if you want to make that head acceleration. So becoming conscious of what you're doing with that left hand, you need to have it loose, turn that racket, make that wrist action against the ball. Now for a beginner, then you go to the hammer grip. I also practice only the right hand. So you can put the right hand here, you bring it back and you just turn that racket out of your right hand, the supination here against the ball. Also here, start to get the feeling of this motion. And then you bring them together, and this is also the moment where if you already have a backhand, you will start. So from here at contact, bring the racket back and just make that wrist action. You can say, okay, I will feel only my left hand. Now I will focus on my right hand. Now I will focus on both hands, which will give you more power into that contact. And then we go to the next step. We go in the back. So we are going to find the ball and we turn the racket against. So really focusing here on making that wrist action against that ball. And once you have that done, then we are going to continue. We are going to turn the racket against the ball, but keep going with the tip of the racket in the direction we want to play. So from here we bring it back, but now we turn, we go through the ball into the direction we want to play. So from here back and turn the racket in the direction, the racket tip in the direction. And from here again we do the second step. So you practice how many times as you want, but this is the step. And then once you're here, you can also finish. So you want a fluent stroke, you don't want to hold back here. So from here you go back into the direction and finish. Into the direction and finish. Into the direction and finish. We go back again, flexion in the direction or making that wrist action against the ball and in the direction I want to play. And then you finish, and then you can also make that whole stroke if you want. You go back and finish, wrist action and finish. So these are the steps you can do. You can also start if you want afterwards, so making open, step in, and then make the motion. Also start short, open, step in, just turn against the ball, just really focusing on that wrist action against the ball. And then you can start to make that direction again, and then you make that whole stroke. So there are different ways you can practice, but the most important part is where you make that wrist action against the ball. It doesn't matter if the ball will be here, the ball will be here, or if the ball will be higher. This motion will stay the same no matter how high your contact will be. So now let's check out 2 minutes of part of the practice I've done with the student, that you can see that we make those steps, the wrist practice, in our strokes. So let's check out that video. So here we have some parts of the training, and we start with just turning the racket against the ball. I will show you every time 3 or 4 balls he plays. Now here we are going to turn into the direction we want to play. So we turn against the ball and the racket goes in the direction. So first was focus just turning against the ball, making that contact, and now we keep going, turning that racket in the direction we want to play. So actually really focusing on that wrist action through contact into the direction. Then we go in the back, and here you can see we are just turning against the ball, but because you have some speed, the racket goes a little further than it would against the machine. And now she will accelerate, and because of the acceleration you can see that the racket already goes further and has more finish, but you can definitely see the acceleration. And then we start again and focus again on just turning, so consciously training that wrist action against the ball, and then making that wrist action into the direction, and after a while it should become all natural in your stroke. And again we are going to watch it now. She's doing also with the finish, so that the complete stroke, yeah, is fluently. And from here on we will go in the back and again hitting some balls, but let's have it from the back view. So here she's just turning against the ball. Now she will accelerate that motion, yeah, accelerate against the ball, and now she will also finish. And then the exercise of the day was hitting down the line shots, and here also with a little bit moving, turning the racket against the ball in the direction, and always finish the exercise with a good ball.